Ever started a new client project and felt totally lost in the first week? Welcome back to Career English Podcast. I'm James and that's Alex. Today, 5 English words to start a new contract the right way. By the end, you'll know the one word that stops clients from asking you to do free extra work.
Okay, so last month I got a new client on Upwork from Canada. We jumped on a call, and the client kept saying things like kickoff and scope and timeline. I just nodded and smiled, but honestly, I had no idea what half of it meant.
That happens to so many freelancers. The kickoff call is the very first meeting where you and the client agree how the work will go. So tell me, did the client talk about the scope and the deliverable too, or only the timeline?
Both, actually. She said the scope was a simple website, and the first deliverable was the homepage design. Then she asked about my timeline, and I just said, soon. That was not a great answer, was it?
Not your best moment, no. Clients want clear dates, not soon. She also probably wanted to know your first milestone, which is the first big step you finish. So a good kickoff sets the scope, the timeline, and each milestone before you start any real work.
See, this is why I froze. These words sound like company words, not real people words. Are they actually that important? Or is it just fancy talk that clients use to sound smart?
They really matter because they protect your time and your money. Let's start with kickoff. The kickoff is the first meeting to begin a project. We say, let's have a kickoff call, or the kickoff is on Monday. It's the moment everyone agrees on the plan.
So kickoff is like the starting whistle in football. The kickoff call is when the project officially begins and everyone is ready to play. I like that because now the word feels less scary and more normal.
Good picture. Next word, scope. The scope is all the work you agree to do and nothing more. If a client asks for one website, that's the scope. So when they ask for an extra page later, you can say, that's outside our scope, and talk about more money.
Oh, so scope is my shield. Last time a client asked for 10 extra things after we started, and I did them all for free. If I had said the scope was only the website, I could have charged more. That hurts to hear.
It does, but now you know. Next is milestone. A milestone is an important step in your project. The first milestone might be the design. The second milestone might be the finished pages. You hit one milestone, then move to the next milestone after that.
Wait, let me push back here. Is a milestone the same as a deadline? Because to me they sound almost identical, and I don't want to mix them up on a real client call.
Good question. A milestone is the step itself, like finish the logo. A deadline is the date you must finish it by. So a milestone has a deadline, but they are not the same word. The milestone is the what. The deadline is the when.
Okay, that's clear now. The milestone is the step, the deadline is the day. So a project is just a chain of milestones, one after another, until the whole job is done. That actually makes me feel calmer about big projects.
Exactly the right idea. Now timeline. The timeline is your full plan of dates. It shows when each milestone happens. Clients love a clear timeline because they can see the work moving. You can say, here is my timeline. The design is done by Friday.
So instead of saying soon, like I did, I should send a real timeline with dates. That one little change would have made me look so much more professional. I'm a bit embarrassed about that call now.
Don't be. Every freelancer learns this the hard way once. Last word, deliverable. A deliverable is the finished thing you give to the client. 3 logos is a deliverable. The website is a deliverable. Each deliverable is what they actually pay you for.
So the deliverable is the real thing in their hands. Not the talk, not the meeting, the actual file or work. Clients pay for the deliverable, not for my hard work feelings. That's a useful reminder, honestly.
Let's practice the trickiest one, scope. Try saying this one with me. I'll say it once, and you can say it after me in your own voice. Here it is. Sorry, that task is outside our scope. So let's talk about the price.
Sorry, that task is outside our scope, so let's talk about the price. Oh, that felt powerful to say. I think I would have lost less money this year if I knew that sentence in January.
That's why we practice it. Saying scope out loud makes it ready in your mouth for the real call. When a client pushes for extra work, you won't freeze. The word scope will just come out, calm and clear, and you'll sound like a pro.
Let me try a fresh scene. Imagine I'm on a kickoff call with a new client from Germany. Different time zone, so it's late at night for me. I want to show I'm organized. Can you play the client and react?
Sure, I'm the client. So tell me how you want to start. Walk me through your plan for this contract, and let's make sure we both understand the work clearly before any money changes hands.
Great. Thanks for the kickoff call. First, let me confirm the scope, which is the mobile app design only. Our first milestone is the wireframes, and my timeline has those done in 2 weeks. The first deliverable will be 5 screen designs.
That's a perfect answer, far better than soon. As the client, I feel safe now. You told me the scope, the milestone, the timeline, and the deliverable in one breath. Did you notice how all 5 words just worked together there?
I did, and it felt amazing. One small worry, though. What if the client wants to change the scope in the middle? Do I just say no? Or is there a softer way to handle that?
Great real question. You say, sure, we can change the scope, but that moves the timeline and adds a new milestone, so the price changes too. You stay friendly, but you protect your deliverable and your dates. That keeps the project fair for both sides.
So I never just say no. I say yes, and here is the new timeline and price. That feels much more professional, and it keeps the client happy while protecting me. I wish I'd learned this before that Canada project.
Let me pull it all together with a quick story. You join a kickoff call, you agree the scope, you set each milestone on a clear timeline. Then you send the first deliverable on time. That, right there, is how you start a new contract the right way, every single time.
Let me try the full thing once. Our kickoff is Monday, the scope is the homepage, the first milestone fits my timeline, and the deliverable lands on Friday. Wow, saying all 5 words in one go feels really good now.
Subscribe if you want more English for your freelance career, because clear words mean better clients and better pay. Next episode, we'll learn the English you need when a project goes wrong, and you must tell the client about a delay. You won't want to miss that one.
I'm definitely staying for that, because every project hits a bump sometime. So practice your kickoff, your scope, your milestone, your timeline, and your deliverable before your next client call. You'll sound so confident.
You really will. Try this in your next email. Come back next episode and tell us how it went.